Hi everyone, today we're going to look at the business plan for an enterprise. That's unit 7. Before you start up any business, you need to plan for what you're going to do. What's our key unit contents? At the end of this unit, we shall be able to prepare a business plan for an enterprise. Here comes the question. What is a business plan? Yeah, if we're in class, I would see some people raising up their hands. Thank you for your thoughts. Let's see whether what you have in mind is what we are talking. A business plan is a document which shows how a business will be started and operated over a given period of time. Did you have that in mind? Good. Let's continue. It clearly sets out the objectives of your business. Here we need a sustainable business, self-sufficient. It also states exactly how the business intends to operate and how it will become more profitable. A good business plan must answer some of the following questions. 1. What type of businesses can be started? 2. Who will your clients be and why should they be interested in buying your products? 3. How will the clients find out about the existence of your products or production? 4. Who produces something similar? 5. Who are you competing with? 6. Is your work team trained to develop your products? And last but not least, do you have the resources needed to implement the plan, or do you know where to get those resources? So, next question. Why is it essential? Why is it vital for an entrepreneur to prepare a business plan before you start up a business? I think we have answered some of this, but you can raise even more. So it's very, very important for an entrepreneur to prepare a business plan. 1, because it guides him or her to plan for the business by providing a timetable of activities to be done by the business, which helps him or her to mobilize and coordinate resources. We shall look at this as one of the components, that is the actual plan. So you have to design a timetable. 2, it defines the goals and objectives of the business, which helps you, the entrepreneur, to constantly monitor the progress of your business by comparing what is being done with the objectives that are being laid down. Continue. It also helps us, the financiers, to decide whether or not to extend credit or a loan to your business. Next, helps the investors decide whether to invest in the business or not. Next, helps employees to know their expected performance targets and the resources they will have in order to meet the set targets. And the last one is the business plan provides employees with information about where their business is going and their role in it. There are so many reasons as to why we prepare a business plan. If you can look at the first 2, it talks about how a business plan is important to an entrepreneur. Then 3 and 4 talks about how a business plan is important to the financiers. And the last 2 talks about how a business plan is important to the employees. So we have left out the government, but in the handouts that I'll give you, you'll see other more importances of the business plan. The elements of a business plan, these are also key. You need to know what sometimes we call them components. There are 8. 1 is the executive summary. 2 the general description of the business. 3. Mission statement, goals and objectives. 4. Production plan. 5. Marketing plan. 6. Organization plan. 7. Financial plan. And 8. Action plan. Yeah, someone would ask, say, so what do we report? What is considered in the executive summary? Or what is considered among all this? So we're going to look at one by one. What you need to know, the elements or components of a business plan. So when you're writing your business plan, designing one, these are the key elements that you're going to lay out and put in information for your business plan. The executive summary. So this is the first component. It can also be called a project brief. We're saying this is a brief overview of the entire business plan, in which 1 or 2 pages are made. It is the basis upon which people decide to pursue your idea or not. I think some of you, if you happen to read novels, at the end of the novel, you see there is a summary of that novel. So when one reads it, you can tell whether this novel is interesting. So same applies to a business plan. It should be an attractive one. Covers the entire business plan, all the components. It should be clear and concise summary of the plan's content and follow the same structure as the fully document. Ideally, it should inspire the reader to want to read more and make it easy to understand where in the plan fuller information can be found on a particular topic. Generally, it's recommended that this section is written after the main sections of the business plan, complete to ensure that it represents an accurate summary of their content. But again here, as you read, you'll find some people writing this first, preparing the executive summary first. But it is recommended to prepare it last because we're going to talk about at least key things in all the components of your business plan. So what should be included into our executive summary? A brief description of your business. What's your business all about? What are you going to be dealing in? So description of the market in terms of size and growth potential. Marketing strategies. What strategies are you going to use when you're marketing your products? Key personnel in your business. Key strengths and opportunities of your business. What strengths do you have and opportunities for your business? The historical and forecasted financial data like profits, revenues, name it. Here again we talk about those. One of the components is the financial plan. So you need to prepare an income statement, maybe a balance sheet, and it will also help us, show us, plus even a cash flow statement, show us the forecast in the financial data. How you'll be earning, what profits you expect to earn in a given period of time. Then funds required for the business and how the required funds will be used. In other words, the source. You require 10 US dollars. Then where are you going to get that money? Is it from parents? Is it your own capital? And so on and so forth. What investors will get from your business if they are to invest in it. So that is that with the executive summary. Then the general description of a business. This is also another item or component or element of a business plan. So this gives a general overview or view and understanding of the nature of the business you are operating. Putting that in mind, with the executive summary, we said we are going to talk about a bit what our business is all about. Now here you're going to be more descriptive. So this section summarizes the following. One, what's the name of your business? With KFC, any name. Location of the business. Where do you plan to locate your business? The legal form of business. Is it a partnership business, a sole proprietorship business, a cooperative, and so on? Services, goods to be supplied or produced. Are you going to deal in services? Which goods are you going to be supplying or producing? Continue. Uniqueness of the business from the existing business. What makes your business different from others? So here you're more descriptive than in the other executive summary. And also look at the SWOT analysis of the business. In year 4, you looked at strengths, weakness, or opportunities and threats. So you need to also talk about that. Another component that you need to know, this is the mission. Mission, vision, statement, goals, and objectives. We shall start with the vision. Vision, this is a description of the business basing on the best outcomes. That is, assuming that everything goes well, it should motivate and inspire you to work hard towards achieving it. So, 2, the mission statement. Explain why your business exists. That is, what it does and what it hopes to achieve in the future. It indicates the purpose of your business. Goals. These are the targets that an entrepreneur wants the business to achieve in the medium and long-term period, based on the mission statement of the business. But lastly, the objectives. These are specific targets that an entrepreneur sets, which enables him or her move into the direction of achieving his or her goals and ultimately the mission. So let's look at some examples. For instance, here I'm saying the vision, the big picture of what you want to achieve in your business, such as your vision may be a successful winery business or an economically active community or a successful family dairy business. All these are some of your visions, so you might decide examples. 2, for the mission, say this is a general statement of how you will achieve the vision, the bigger picture. And here, I give an example where I say to provide a unique and high quality direct products to the local consumers. That is with the last vision of a successful family dairy business. Now here in the mission, I saying to provide unique and high quality dairy products to our local consumers. Then when it comes to goals, we're saying these are general statements of what needs to be accomplished to implement strategy. For instance, a goal is a milestone in the process of implementing a given strategy. Examples of business goals are, you can say, increase profit margin, increase efficiency, capture bigger market share, provide better customer service, improve employee training, to mention but a few. So these can be some of your goals. Then with objectives, we're saying objectives provide specific milestones, specific targets with a specific timeline for achieving a given goal. The objectives provide specific milestones with a specific timeline for achieving a goal. An objective turns a goal's general statement of what is to be accomplished in a specific, quantifiable, time-sensitive statement of what is going to be achieved and when it will be achieved. Let's look at some examples of business objectives. 1. Earn at least a 20% after tax rate of return on our investment during the next fiscal year. So they're saying we shall earn 20% after deducting taxes in the next fiscal year, in the next. 2. Increase market share by 10% over the next 3 years. So we are specific. 3. Lowering operating costs by 15% over the next 2 years. 1. Through improvement in the efficiency of manufacturing process. Maybe you're going to also lay down some workers, you lay them off, and then all next, reduce the callback time of customer inquiries and questions to no more than 4 hours. Be brief while calling, getting feedback, and so on, so you're reducing the airtime, and this will help you avoid that. So I think this is it. We have looked so far at 3 components or 3 elements of the business plan. We started with the executive summary, went ahead with the general description of the business, and 3, it was the vision, mission statement, goals, and objectives. So here I'm giving you an assignment. I want you to think of a business. Each individual thinks of her business to start up, or you have one in mind, but I want you to think of the vision for your business, the mission, goals, and objectives. If you are able to differentiate the 3, then you are on the right track. In the next video, we shall look at the marketing plan, production plan, financial plan, and the action plan. Thank you very much for paying attention.